The Green Bay Packers are gearing up for a serious push toward the top of the NFC in 2025. But while they have a promising roster, there's one glaring hole that's standing in their way of a potential Super Bowl run. That hole? Edge rusher. And if the Packers are serious about making a title push, they could be eyeing a blockbuster trade that would completely change the NFC landscape. In fact, they're predicted to make a league-altering move for a $60 million superstar, a player that could not only elevate their defense, but also push them into legitimate Super Bowl contention. But who is this player? Well, if you haven't guessed it yet, it's Cincinnati Bengals star pass rusher Trey Hendrickson. Stay tuned, because this trade could be the Packers' ticket to a championship. The Packers are no strangers to making bold moves, but the 2025 season calls for something different. Green Bay, under head coach Matt LaFleur, is looking to build a contender that can not only make the playoffs, but dominate the NFC. But there's a massive issue. While Rashawn Gary is a standout edge rusher, Green Bay doesn't have much proven depth behind him. And that's where Trey Hendrickson comes in. Over the past 2 seasons, Hendrickson has been one of the top edge rushers in the NFL, with 17.5 sacks in each of the last 2 years. His ability to disrupt quarterbacks and create havoc in the backfield is unmatched. But here's the catch. He's currently in a contract dispute with the Bengals. In fact, Hendrickson's situation has been brewing for months. After skipping mandatory minicamp back in June, it became clear that Hendrickson was unhappy with the Bengals' contract negotiations. And although both sides resumed talks, the clock is ticking. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler recently stated that Hendrickson is prepared to hold out if he doesn't get the deal he's looking for. Now, with the Bengals seemingly unable to come to an agreement with their all-pro pass rusher, they could be forced to trade him. And that's where the Packers come into play. General Manager Brian Gutekunst knows that a true Super Bowl contender needs an elite edge rusher, and Hendrickson could be the missing piece to Green Bay's puzzle. Hendrickson is 30 years old, but he's proven he's worth every bit of his $60 million contract. His consistency in the pass rush and ability to get to the quarterback, traits that are critical for any defense, is exactly what the Packers need. With the Packers' defense already showing promise and Gary's pass-rushing prowess on one side, adding Hendrickson to the mix would make Green Bay one of the most formidable defensive units in the NFL. Yes, trading for Hendrickson would likely involve a hefty price, both in terms of draft capital and financial commitment. But consider this. The Packers would be outbidding other NFC contenders, including a potential rival in the Detroit Lions, who are also rumored to have interest in Hendrickson. If Green Bay truly wants to elevate their defense to a Super Bowl contender, this is the kind of move they'll need to make. Now, let's talk about the impact of a trade like this. Adding Hendrickson to the Packers' defense would immediately make them one of the scariest teams in the NFC. Imagine a pass rush tandem of Gary and Hendrickson, 2 elite rushers who can wreak havoc on opposing quarterbacks. With Gary already a force on the edge and Hendrickson bringing his elite skills to the table, Green Bay's defense would be equipped to handle any offense in the NFC. And with Aaron Rodgers still under center and the Packers' offense looking potent, this defense could make all the difference in the postseason. But more importantly, a trade for Hendrickson would signal to the rest of the NFL that the Packers are serious about competing for a championship. In a league where every team is vying for the title, Green Bay would be making a statement that they're ready to go all in. And let's be honest, when was the last time we saw the Packers go all in for a superstar on defense? This could be the move that catapults them from a playoff contender to a Super Bowl favorite. So, what do you think? Should the Green Bay Packers trade for Trey Hendrickson? Would this move take their defense and their championship hopes to the next level? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're a Packers fan, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more NFL updates, and share this video with your fellow fans. Stay tuned for more NFL news, trade rumors, and analysis right here. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on the latest developments around Trey Hendrickson, the Packers, and the rest of the NFL. Don't miss any of the action. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next video.